Welcome to Lock and Load Podcast. My name is Josh, where we talk to you about Connecticut 2A issues. So today we are talking about the NFA and our wonderful, horrible Senator Chris Murphy. And why do I say that? Well, I mean, if you guys are watching our YouTube channel and you like guns, you probably don't like Chris Murphy, or at least you shouldn't. Why? Well, I don't think we have enough time to explain why, but let's go with the reasoning for today. If you have not heard this, if you haven't watched our previous videos, NFA items, so National Firearms Act, so suppressors, machine guns, short barrel rifles, short barrel shotguns. The tax stamp for that has been $200 for a very, very, very long time. So that requires a Form 4 to be sold to you. You could build short barrel rifles. That requires a Form 1. But in general, like if I was selling it to you, a suppressor, right, which is what we mostly talk about here, it requires a Form 4 to be sold to you. And that's a $200 tax stamp that you pay to the federal government to purchase this item. Well, if you guys should be aware that these tax stamps are going away effective January 1st, most of us January 2nd, because we're all going to be closed on the 1st. And now Chris Murphy has proposed a bill in the Senate to increase this to $4,709 per item. Some of you are like, why this amount of money? And his answer is adjusting for inflation. That $200 was originally set in 1934, and that no longer reflects today's economy reality. So I got to give credit where credit is due. And in the creativity of anti-gun Democrats, in that they took the $200 from 1934, they times inflation, and they came up with $4,709. It's very creative math and accounting. I got to give them credit for that. It shouldn't pass. I don't think it will pass. You need 51 votes in the Senate for that to pass. Current math, and somebody can check me if I'm wrong here in the comments, is that the Republicans have 53, the Democrats have 47. The tiebreaker is always J.D. Vance, so even if we got to a 50-50 vote, you would need 41 Democrats or 41 votes on the Democrat side there, on the anti-gun side, to overturn that, where we just had, consequently, and I don't know how many votes there were to pass Trump's big, beautiful bill here, but you at least had 51 votes to go and pass that on the Senate side. So to reverse something that was passed in that bill is probably highly unlikely, but he did that. And why did he do that? Because he totes gun violence. He uses that as a platform all the time. Anytime there is some sort of shooting, Chris Murphy is out there using it for his own political advance, which is disgusting to say the least. But that's what you expect from him at this point. And the same thing with Blumenthal. None of these guys know anything about guns nor gun control. Chris Murphy is really, really pushing the advance for this. And it's disheartening. It's especially disheartening for me as a Southington resident, because that's where he started in politics, was Southington, on planning and zoning here. And then he moved to Cheshire shortly after that. I believe it was Cheshire. And I think he had the 81st district, because the 81st at the time partially had Cheshire. It doesn't now. And then the 16th State Senate district, which Rob Sampson has now. And then I think he was in the 5th congressional district, and now he's a good old U.S. senator. If I followed that path correctly there, but Chris Murphy is horrible for the 2A community. And to try to tax you $4,700 to own a muffler for your gun is outrageous, in my opinion, and probably in most of yours. So if you agree with Chris Murphy, comment below, I guess. Tell me why you agree with him. If you don't agree with him, also comment below. Let's see who can win this battle. Thumbs up this video if you do not agree with Chris Murphy. I mean, you think that the tax stamp should be $0. Thumbs down this video if you agree with him and think the tax stamp should be $4,709. There we go. We'll have a vote that way, guys. And that's it. Short little video for you guys. My name's Josh, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Lock and Load podcast is sponsored by Lock and Load Firearms, Connecticut's #1 rated gun store and pistol permit class on Google. Come check us out, 1573 Meriden Waterbury Turnpike in Southington. Lock and Load Firearms.
Lock and Load podcast is also sponsored by Patriot Wear Holsters, custom-made Kydex holsters locally made in Waterbury, Connecticut. www.patriotwearholster.com and use code LNL podcast for 10% off your purchase. Orders available for shipping or pickup at various locations.